Hi guys and girls, welcome back to Minecraft. So, we are back and a lot has happened. I'm slowly working on my base. I actually have this helicopter which I found as free loot in the nether. Sorry, Nakoda, I stole it from you. I'll give you a little explain. Oh, sorry, it was in the end actually, not the nether. I'll explain that a little later. I'll have to probably give this back to him, but I'm borrowing it for now. Anyways, we're going to be making that ourselves eventually anyways. I have a nice set of armor on. I have a Dream Master boots, leggings, chest plate, and helmet. I got this from going to the end, actually. It was a very simple quest. All you had to do was investigate the end, go to the dimension. You got yourself a tier 4 looting bag with 100%. You got the full set of armor and some tokens. I even destroyed, yes, I destroyed the Ender Dragon. I got myself a few dragon essences, which they're used for crafting and other things. As part of that, maybe they're used for crafting? Well, maybe they're not. I have no clue what all that is. But we got some of the essence. I got the dragon heart, got some draconium, and I actually got the dragon egg. The dragon itself I was recording, and it was like 9 or 10 in the morning. I was so tired. I was like completely out of it, but I decided I would record it anyways. And sadly, to make this sad on my side of things, when you launch the game and have OBS running, if you close the game, it focuses on the launcher and sticks on it. So I was recording the launcher with just my sound, and I thought that was a bit lame, so you didn't get to see it. But basically, we'll eventually go to the end again. It's a bit of a distance from here, but basically, pretend that's the Ender Dragon. I was just flying around. I found this actual copter in the end, because, like I said, Nakoda went in there and died, like, instantly. So when I went in there, I couldn't even find the dragon. Oddly enough, he was so far away that he wasn't around, and it took me like 15 or 20 minutes to find him. But I went there, and I went with a crossbow and a couple items, but I went pretty low gear. You know, I didn't bring my healing axe, things like that. I did bring one thing, though. I brought myself my, I don't have one here to show you, a marshmallow that I found in a chest. This is like a really very powerful, expensive marshmallow, that basically gives you like insane abilities, healing, etc. And then I just went like this, and I was just using the helicopter, and I was like, and I was just moving. I just kept moving and going to one side, tilting like this, and I just kept shooting him. I must have had him down, honestly, probably maybe 20 seconds, 30 seconds, not that much. I know it's a hardcore expansion Ender Dragon, but I'm assuming he isn't that hard to begin with. It sounds like the more you summon them and more things like that, then they get harder and harder. But I guess that's kind of how it works. I don't know. I didn't hear any special music or anything. It was just like kind of fighting the regular Ender Dragon, unless something glitched. If something glitched, I don't know, but either way, he shot a lot more, though. He was shooting like these flame things at me, like rapid fire. But either way, I survived. I killed him, and I just farmed a few things, got some, end stone, things like that, but got some of the NBs. I think I put them all over here now. Yeah, I was very happy, and it was the mysterious combs. That was from them, so... There, oh yeah, here we go. I got the Ender Princess in Oblivion. I still have to work on bees soon. And then one of the rewards for this was this armor I'm wearing. And this armor here is basically all the protections 5. They have all unbreaking, except this one apparently doesn't have unbreaking. This one has unbreaking. This doesn't have unbreaking? Oh, that's kind of sad. And then they have a bunch of other stats on them. So night vision, I figured out you have to, if you ever get a night vision enchant, they work. You have to actually turn on and off through the dark steel armor, I guess, is the enchant. So if you hit J, they let you turn it on and off. So now we can have night vision wherever we want, if we want. And then this backpack here, the jetpack I'm using, is something I'm going to make off camera. I'll show you that quickly. It's something I plan to make, but like I said, I found it there, and I was so lucky because that probably was what helped me kill the dragon itself. So we got the space race started. I'm not started doing it, but it's starting to, show up. Sorry, guys. I have to figure out where it is. It's under the armor stuff. But where? Oh, armors and jetpacks. Here it is. So we had built this before, of course. This one I have to build, but it's just a bit more parts. It's not hard. It's just I have to go through advanced diesel generator, etc. It's not really hard in any way, really. It's actually pretty simple, but I'll make that off camera. And you can see it's a relatively inexpensive recipe, so that's awesome. And then there's an electric jetpack, so you're finally doing that engine booster? What the? Well, that's not as expensive, but grav suit engine booster? Huh. That's quite expensive recipe, but you can get a couple circuits back, so that's kind of nice. And so I'm in the also HV world. I'm not sure what this is. A sensor lens. Night vision goggles need special sensor lenses. Oh, okay. Oh, there's these reinforced glasses. Oh, that's cool. And then when you use this is for the night vision. I wonder what these sensor glasses are for. That's not for yet anyways, but there you go. There's the night vision goggles. Then you got to make advanced heat exchanger. So it looks like I can make all this. It's just a lot of effort and work. Yep, you can make all that. Okay, so it's just a little extra work, but that's the night vision goggles anyways. And what else do we have here? Oh, there's advanced heat exchanger for the goggles as well. So they got that. This suit you can't complete anyways. I never did build this, but it's a retrieving task for everything, except somebody derped up and made this a crafting task. So that has to be switched before you can accept it, unfortunately. So quest-wise, I've been working through the LV chain of things here, of course. It's been a while since I've done a video, so I'm a little disappointed on myself on that. Should have given you guys more updates, but it gives us a bigger update episode. So we've been doing when we first started, we did the electrolyzing the clay, right, to get silicon dust. And then from there, you can make silicon plates, which is hammering plates. And then over time, you made the transistors. The transistors were made in the assembler, basically. You used the silicon plates and fine tin to make the transistors. And then as time went on, we moved to basic circuit assembler, which was a pretty simple recipe, though it took the other chips. Even though it's all LV, it took the MV sort of chips, in a sense, to make it. And then as time went on, we made these ILC and RAM. Now these required a Jasper lens, a ruby basically lens, I believe. So yeah, ruby lens to make this, and you just use your wafers on that, which we've done the wafers before. And this one required a sapphire lens. So what I had to do for this was I had to basically macerate and wash, but no more steps than that. So purified green sapphire, for example, to turn it into that. And then what I was doing is I was putting it into this machine here, the advanced sifting machine. And basically this would sift through it. And I did that for diamond, sapphire, and rubies, basically. And I was able to get all these. And eventually you will get these exquisite diamonds, etc. And with the exquisite ones, you would put them in a lathe, and then you would end up getting, say, a ruby lens out of that. And that's how you get those. The only other way I know is you need a complosion compressor, and then I think you can blow things together, in a sense, and create them, at least the exquisite type stuff. But the problem with that one was that the complosion compressor, which I haven't made yet, required industrial diamond. At the time, I couldn't make the industrial diamond because it required some other high-tech stuff. So, or no, the complosion compressor required HV at the time, and that's why. So if we go to multi-block goals, I remember it was somewhere over here, down here. Compress all things. Yeah, implosion compressor. So there's the industrial diamonds. Oh yeah, that's what it was. It was advanced circuits, and at the time I didn't have advanced circuits. Now I'm starting to learn them, but at the time I didn't. Okay, so we kept going from there. So we did that, and we made these guys. And then what you would do is you would process them again. So the one turns into 8 of these in the cutting machine. And these are used to make future circuits, basically. And then the first thing we did was we made integrated circuits. So this is just the regular circuits that you can make using these chips. And you put these in an assembly machine with some tin to basically solder it down or whatever. And then you made these good version of the circuits here, the good integrated circuits. And basically you take your integrated logic circuits and you put all these parts together into assembler once again and use tin to kind of solder it, and you would get 8 of those. And then you would put those pieces that you made before, the logic circuit and access memory chips, the transistors, and then those good integrated circuits, and then fine electrum, the annealed copper, which I finally made those, and then you would eventually get advanced circuits out of that. And that was all in the... Oh, actually, sorry, I lied about that. This is all... I kept saying assembler, but these were all in the chip factory. Derp, derp, derp. I don't know why I kept saying assembler. Every single one of those was the basic circuit assembling machine, not assembly machine. So you can see I have some stuff here. Now, the annealed, that was the first time I did that stuff. Let's go here for that. Hello, where are we? Didn't we have it? Oh, you know what? It's probably... There you go. This stuff, I finally made this. I hadn't made this before. This is a blast furnace item. So basically all you do is take copper dust and you take oxygen gas and you create yourself annealed copper ingot. And this is actually pretty good because you can get some bonuses and certain things using this, like ×8 resistors or something like that instead of like 4 or whatever. And it has some bonuses there. And that pretty much sums up that part of this tree. I mean, there might have been a thing here and there I did, but overall, I basically hadn't done anything really new there. It was mostly working my way up there, and you just got the example of how that is. Now, I made these translocator items. These are awesome. I'm using them actually right here. This would be a good example. Basically right here, it's jammed, so I screwed something up here, so I gotta fix this anyways. Let's see if I can fix this up again. I probably turned one of these off and it never worked again, or... You don't have a filter, but yeah. Oh! That's why. Never mind, I'm an idiot. It's full. This whole thing is full now. So what this does is basically, when this normally works, the one fluid is full, is that this is basic fluid water, and you fill up a cell, and it goes into electrolyzer, and it turns into the electrolyzed water stuff, and then the electrolyzed water cell you put into this electrolyzer, and if we check here, it turns into hydrogen and oxygen cell, right? And then it gets thrown over here. Okay, they get pushed up here, sorry. And then the oxygen, one of these filters oxygen, so you can see this one will accept oxygen, this one will accept hydrogen. And if you click this, you can actually right-click this, and so when you right-click the center of it, that means it'll suck it, and if you click the outside, that's where you can put filters in it. And so it'll suck into here, and it'll fill this one with oxygen, and then this with hydrogen. And then down here, these will just, there's no filters on them, but these will suck in the cells, if they were in the output, of course. And then the empty cells get shot up here with another one. There's no filtering needed for there into that chest, where then that chest gets sucked out into this, and it repeats and rinses and loops all that over again. It's kind of a messy setup, but it works. There's probably way more efficient setups than this, but this is my setup. It works for me, and I was happy. And this is how I produced a large amount of oxygen and the hydrogen, though I don't use enough of that to actually make it useful. And then what I've been using is the super tanks to pump out. So this super tank right now has oxygen in it. On the other side, it has a pump, but basically I sit it here and I feed it there. And then this one is my nitrogen, which I hardly ever use that even as well. And then I feed my materials into this, and now I'm using chests to kind of like easily auto put this and auto output. I have, if we go up here, I've replaced my muffler with an HV hatch, and I've been also slowly filling up liquids when I'm just doing some stuff. You can see the carbon dioxide, it's invisible. It's actually there though, because I think it makes it slightly cloudy. You see the cloud there, but it's clear. So it does add a small cloud to it, but it's pretty cool. And then to give you guys some cool news and information, something I've also learned, I might as well throw the stainless steel and cook the rest of this. So you can see it'll turn on here in a second. I don't think we lost power on the last. Yeah, it's running. Something really cool is we're finally getting the gallium dust. So if you remember, gallium dust can be gotten out of, let's see here, the sapphirite from the nether. I think it's in the sulfur ore, and it spawns between, I think, about 5 and 20 range. But you can't get it. It's a very annoying byproduct, but you can get it really easy with this. What you do is you macerate it. You take the macerated ones and you thermal centrifuge it. So I finally made myself this thermal centrifuge, but this is the recipe of the thermal centrifuge. And you get some, I think it's a chance anyways, but you also get maybe it's 100%, you get candium as well. But anyways, you take the centrifuge sapphirite, and then you put it back into a pulverizer. And you're wondering, how do you get the second output? Because you weren't getting that before. Well, that starts at HV level. It's called a universal pulverizer. And so now I get a 10% chance of getting gallium in the large quantity, which was like, it was probably the best thing on Earth once that started to happen for me. And then, of course, now I can get large quantities of gallium. Or, I mean, 28 is large because you're only using the small dust anyways. But I was really happy about that. So right here we have a universal macerator. This is a turbo diesel generator. This is HV power. There's a transformer underneath here to down transform. Actually, sorry, I think it's actually over here. Yeah, this is an advanced one. So there's a transformer right, I guess if we pick like that, that won't hit anything. There you go. There's a medium voltage transformer right there. And then this is step down for the advanced thermal centrifuge because I didn't have really the money, or it costs quite a bit of power anyways. So I didn't want to use, say, an HV centrifuge because it would have used like 700 plus EU a tick then. This is advanced chemical reactor. This is where I went ahead and I took some ender pearls. Here's some ender pearls, for example. And I took some these blaze rods, and I went ahead and grinded these puppies into, can use this anyways. Actually, I wonder if this gets a slightly higher chance. Oh yeah, so the pulverizer, for example, gives you a 50% chance to get a second blaze power. So now you get the benefits of always using the universal one, and it's still cheap. Don't think it's expensive for power wise. It actually is a lot lower than you think. For example, if this is 2 UU a tick, the way is it's times 4 each power level you go up, right? So it's 2 EU a tick, so that's 8. You do 8 times 4 again, that's 32. So this pulverizer literally is only running at 32 EU a tick when it's doing that. Not bad at all. And then this gets sucked in the back here, and then you go ahead and you place these ones in here, and this makes your Eye of Ender. And that's how I made the Eye of Enders, basically. And of course, all the recipes that might use Eye of Enders. It looks like you will actually use it for this eventually here, because there's actually blocks. I know there's recipes that use these, so looks like eventually we will be using some of these, that's for sure. So that'll be interesting. And then outside of that, there was one more. So we figured out how to make the gallium, but there was one more that was a lot more expensive that was hard to make. And that was, let me go over here because I think I have them all in here. Sorry, one of these chests have them all in there. Where are you? Oh, here it is. No, that's stainless steel, silly. Arsenic. You remember that arsenic was very expensive to make? Or it was semi-expensive, right? But to make arsenic, usually you had to get the real gar. That's what it was. It was the tiny real gar ore. Well, you know what, friends? There's a much easier process using a blast furnace. So basically what you do with a blast furnace is you put arsenic trioxide and carbon dust, but it gets better than that. The arsenic trioxide is actually made in a blast furnace, literally cobaltite dust. That's it. You take cobaltite dust and you take a bunch of oxygen. This is why I ended up producing mass amounts of oxygen. That's why I have that automated setup for oxygen, was for this and this alone. Basically, the oxygen gas here makes you the cobalt oxide and the arsenic. And this cobalt stuff you can actually still use, and I believe you can blast furnace it into cobalt. Yeah, cobalt, sorry. So you get your regular cobalt as well. So that was really awesome. And then one other thing to catch you up, out of all the messes over here, is this setup right here. You put oil in here. The oil gets distilled into that naphtha stuff, this stuff here, sulfuric naphtha, and then you take the sulfuric naphtha and you turn it into regular naphtha. And then the next one here is you take naphtha and compressed air and you put it together and you produce the molten plastics called right now, but it's called the there you go, molten polyethylene, which is used for a lot of recipes in the future. So that's how you make the that stuff anyways. And it works really well, actually. I haven't had really any problems with that. I guess before we end this episode, I should show you some cool stuff here we have. I'll show you how I've been getting my oil, because the pumps have been a little derpy for me and I haven't enjoyed it. So I might as well show you how I get oil. That way you know how I'm doing it. And if you need to, you can do it yourself. I think I need just a wrench and then I should be somewhat good. Oh, and I can get, we'll bring some cells along with me as well, empty cells. Okay, so let's go here and we're gonna shift H here. And we're gonna go to my oil over here. So by the next episode, I would have already made this copter thing for myself. It's not really a hard recipe. I could have had it for ages. It was more of a lazy thing, and it's too bad because it's a really good copter. I didn't realize it was that good. There you go. And you can hit shift to go down a little faster. Make sure no mobs are going to take us out. Okay. There we go. There's the oil. Okay, we're good. So we're going to take a trip down here to Oil Central. There you go, and we'll just go like this, so block that off. These are thirsty tanks. If you've never seen thirsty tanks, I don't know what game you've been playing. No, I'm joking. I've never known about thirsty tanks till this this Let's Play. I think I've known it existed, but I've never bothered using them, of course. So now I use them exclusively, of course, so I'm happy about that. So we're going to go ahead and put this in here. Oh, now I don't want to die, of course, but we're going to go down here. Here we go. There we go. So this is oil, of course. This was quite fuller at one point. And we're going to go ahead and grab this oil. Now I'm going to do this in a way where I won't screw myself over, hopefully. So how am I going to do that, Kane? How can you do this without... okay, we're going to put one... Does it have to be up or down one level? Oh, it has to be down even one level further, doesn't it? Darn it. This might not work out for us, but I am hoping I can make it work out. Oh, good. This is actually a pretty good spot. Maybe we can do this then. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'll put this here, hopefully. I'm hoping this works. Maybe I should do it in the more open one. I hope I can get it there. Okay, you're going to put that there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place this on top of it. Hopefully it doesn't fall off. Nope. Okay, we're good. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to have to get these blocks around. So I'm going to put, we're going to get the thirsty tanks moved around basically. So that's the goal here. So how am I going to do this? I guess we could do, oh, do you literally go on top of it? Oh, you're a block there. That's why. Okay, we'll put you there, and we'll use this, and we'll put it in hover mode. There we go. That'll be a bit easier for us to do this. Okay. Oh, crap. Oh, my goodness. We're safe in a bad way, but, yeah. This apparently doesn't function in water at all. Whew. There you go. We're fine-ish. We're just going to have to fix this part where we're getting caught. Can I break this? Can this? There you go. Whew, that was close. because I would have gotten pulled. If you don't know about that, you would have gotten pulled down, and that would have sucked. Okay, so we got this done anyways, and we've learned something. This doesn't work in water. Didn't know that till now. So we're going to break this. We're going to break this. We're going to break this. We're going to go ahead and put thirsty tank here, and it should work because they're all touching it. Yes. Yeah. And this one, I don't know if this will ever work because I need oil here. And yeah, this one might not work for us. I don't know for sure, though. I'll use the one that... I usually like to put the... Come on, I just need some oil touching that. Maybe if I put this here, it will do it. So close, so close. It's like, it's gonna work, it's just I need to move it over more. There you go. Yes, okay. There you go. So these kind of like grab, not side beside them, but it kind of grabs around. It kind of like seems to prevent from touching the stuff close by and gets the stuff deep down first. But eventually these won't work so well. But I found this is one of the better ways to do it anyways, and there's a lot of backup here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these on here, and we're going to right click in the middle, and there you go. And if we click under there, there is all the liquid going in. And it looks pretty badass too, as you can see. It makes for a good picture, actually. Okay. And then there you go. So you can see that you can get lots and lots and lots of oil this way. And it runs pretty fast. And actually, thanks to Nakuda, he gave me this tip, so it worked out well. So 27, 28, 29, 30, 31... Yeah, the server's probably lagging right there. Oh no, it actually brought it down. Damn it. This is actually a very messy one. I've never had it this messy. So what I would recommend here is probably going over there and setting it up. I've never had it actually this way, so you probably are going to want to feed it somewhere over there, because I think I did it too high up and didn't work my way down, and that way it wasn't deep enough. But either way, you should still be able to do it somewhat okay. You're just going to have to play around with it. You might be able to take a bucket actually and manipulate it to touch this maybe. Actually, that might not be a bad idea. Never thought of that. I might try that actually later. But anyways, you get the idea with the thirsty tanks, and they work really well, so highly recommend it. Anyways, guys and girls, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and we'll see wonderful people next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.